Hey hotshots, Jess with Emotional Fire Academy here today to talk about the secret recipe to being a successful, highly sensitive person. Subscribe to my channel if you are an HSP looking to accomplish your dreams in the coming year. It's almost a new year. We're getting there. And welcome. This is what we do here at Emotional Fire Academy. I am Jess. I am a master NLP practitioner and former firefighter. Just a quick announcement, Flammable to Fireproof closes tonight. If you want guidance on how to do exactly what I'm going to tell you, step by step, easy, digestible steps, that's what we're going to do, Flammable to Fireproof. This program is 60% off. It's closing today, just for today only. I've had it open for a few days now. The prices are going to raise tonight. This is a great chance to work so closely with me for such an affordable price. I really have taken a lot of time on this channel to give a ton of free resources. I've been making free videos for 2 years now. I have a $7 emotional mastery mini course, and this is the next step up. So if you're ready to really take that next step, come join us. I'd love to have you. All right, what's the secret recipe to success? Now, if you've been watching me for a while, this might not be a surprise. I talk about the same stuff every week. I go back to that emotional fire triangle. This is based on the emotional fire triangle. So that's what I teach in the mini course, by the way. Anyway, so what's the recipe for success? How do we become successful, highly sensitive people? Because really at the end of the day, we all just want to get what we want. That's just the goal of life, to experience the things that our hearts desire. Number one, emotional regulation. This is the number one ingredient. This is the biggest dose, the biggest ingredient we're adding to the pot, emotional regulation. And I have given you my best tool. If you haven't gotten my stop, drop, and roll tool yet, download it below. Information is in the box. I give it away for free. I give you my biggest, baddest, most industrial strength tool to use. I teach you exactly how to use it in that video. You get a free, when you sign up, you get a free 3-part video training series on exactly how to use it and why it works. It extinguishes your emotion, literally. What does emotional regulation do for us? How does that contribute to our success? You stop being taken down by your emotions. Negative emotion is an illusion. I've talked about that before. Negative emotion is an illusion. It is an old simulation our brain produces that we kind of lose ourselves to. We fall into this pattern. That's what negative emotion is. It's the energy of the problem. We want to become the solution. We want to embody the solution. That's being present, aware, open to receive the answer, open to receive the quick fix, the right action. We want to be open to that. We can't do that when we're crying and upset and sad and frustrated and scared and all the other negative things that you feel. When you're trapped by emotion, it has no power over you. Negative emotion has no power over you unless you don't know how to stop it. Stop, drop, and roll helps you stop it. Number two, what's the second ingredient in this recipe for success? Learning how to direct your attention. Where attention goes, power flows. Where your attention goes, power flows. You don't pay attention to things that you don't consider important. They essentially don't exist in your reality. Things that aren't important to you don't become a problem. Like when you're going to get your next breath. Unless it is a problem, unless you have COPD or you're framing it, this is a problem. Breathing is a problem. You don't think about things that aren't important. You don't give them attention. So what are you focusing on? Whatever you're focusing on, your power is going to. So that's one of your faculties for redistributing power to things. You want to take the power away from something, you stop giving it your attention, period. That's it. That's one of the fastest ways. You ignore it. And not ignoring it in like, I know you're still there. Ignoring it in, this doesn't mean anything to me, or doesn't mean anything about my life, doesn't mean anything about who I am. This doesn't, we're going to get to meaning here next, but you combine it and you remove your attention. You remove your attention, you take your attention away. Put your attention somewhere else. Put them on the things that matter. Your passions, your goals, your dreams, your loves, things that juice you up inside. Number three, the third one, what meaning are you assigning to things? Meaning. So language. Language is how we're creating meaning. our thoughts and beliefs. So in our head, we are telling ourselves stories all day long. We are literally talking to ourselves all day long in our head. We are creating language in our head, creating meaning in our head all day long. That little internal narrator that just never shuts up. We're talking ourselves in and out of stuff all the time. We're literally giving meaning and then withdrawing meaning. We're reframing things. We're arguing with people. We're trying to think of solutions. We're doing all this stuff in our own head all day long, except when we're sleeping. Even when we're sleeping, we go into dream state and we do it in a different capacity, but we're making all these equations, and this means X means Y, and she said this, so that means that, and that means I should be this, and that's reflecting on me. And we make all this meaning all day long with our stories. And when we make these equations, this means this. She insulted me, so that means I'm not going to talk to her again. We actually believe ourselves. We believe the stories that we're telling ourselves. And then that literally becomes our experience. So we talk ourselves into believing something by saying, well, this is what this means with our language. And when it doesn't mean anything, nothing outside of us means anything. The stuff outside of us is neutral. It's neutral. We're assigning meaning on top of it. We're putting meaning on top of it based on things we've experienced in the past or what we think something means. We make these equations up all on our own. And then we talk ourselves into believing it. And then because we believe it, because then we set that as the truth. This is the truth. We stand firm in that. That literally manifests outside of us and becomes our experience. This is how we create our own reality. There it is. So the art of getting what you want. How do you become successful? You master these three things, or at least you pay attention to what you're doing with them and you stop letting them run on autopilot. Your attention will run on autopilot if you're not consciously redirecting it. Your meaning, that voice in your head, is going to run on autopilot unless you interrupt it and say, hey, wait a minute, this is what I believe. This is what I want. This is what I believe, and we're not going there. No, thank you. You push that thought out of your head. You don't entertain it. So when you manage these three things consistently, that is mental discipline. Mental discipline is what it takes to be successful. It really is. Because getting to your goals, getting what you want, moving past challenges, moving through problems, staying resilient, staying on true to your vision takes mental discipline. And this is how we do it. This is literally what we do in Flammable to Fireproof. We learn how to do these three things. We learn the mental discipline. This is what it took. And this essentially, when you do this, you can drop then being HSP. If you haven't seen my video, Master These Two Things to Drop Your Sensitivity Completely, this is very similar. So I talk about emotional regulation as number one, and number two, prioritizing your well-being, is by doing these two things. Monitoring where your attention is going and monitoring what meaning you are giving to things. So those, and making sure those are aligned with your goals and your dreams and what you want and what you expect out of life, what you want to see out there in the 3D. So let me know what you thought. Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. And yeah, grab that free tool. Grab Stop, Drop, and Roll. That is the beginning of the secret recipe for success, because you deserve to be successful. You deserve to have everything you want. You really do. I believe in you. Thanks for watching. Bye.